So hello and welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at this. So once you've got one of those, you need one of these. So this is a 1/28 scale drift art. So the drift art chassis can go from 1/24 to 1/28. So it's quite accommodating to different body styles. But I've just bought one of these, which is the D24 from MA Racing. Now normally what I'd do if I bought a new car is I'd go out into the garage and I would go and pick up one of the collection Mini Z Ultra Scale body shells that I've got. Now this is another little hobby that I got myself into through this, which I thought would be cheap and I might be able to sell them, but it's ended up being quite expensive because I buy rare ones now. So this is quite a limited edition one of 2,500 pieces, and beautiful under these lights. Actually, I've got to say, looks absolutely stunning. Box needs a little bit of a polish still, but if you've got a mini, not a Mini Z, this is a Mini Z shell. But if you've got a drift art, you'll see on the bottom of it with the drift art 4, it'll have M, L, and LL on the bottom of it for the adjustments of the measurements. Now that relates to Mini Z shells. So M is 90 millimeters wheelbase, L is 94 millimeters, and LL is 98. Now the D24 is quite adjustable. So you can see there. So this, if you look at it against, I don't know quite how to show this on here, but against this would probably go, so we've got 94 millimeters. That would probably go down to very close to 94 millimeters with the amount of adjustment that we've got left in that, because we can reduce that down. The problem is with a 24 scale car is the width. So if I show you that against the other car, so it's almost a full tyre difference at the front, at the back, that's the back stew, not the front. And almost the same at the front. So it's the width that's the problem, not the length. So the option is to go for a wide Mini Z body, so something like that. So this is a 98 millimeter AMG Mercedes. Beautiful cars. What you got to think with the Kyosho Ultra Scale is they're all officially licensed, so they are paying for the license on these cars, and they are beautiful things. You can just, like, I mean, if you look at the chrome one, I mean, it's just stunning and very well built. Now, the big thing in the hobby at the moment is to buy. I'll put those at the back. There's a little display at the back. The big thing in the hobby at the moment is to build from a model kit, and this is going to really upset some modelers, I think, this video, that basically what's happening is that people will get a model kit like that and just use the shell. And people are doing some stunning paint jobs on them, I've got to say, on the groups and things. There's some very good drift shells being done, and it's becoming an art form in itself that people are doing the shells to put on the cars from kits like this. So this is an Aoshima Skyline GTR, so it obviously hasn't got an official license from Nissan, but it is basically the Nissan Skyline GTR R34 or BN R34. But the difference with this one, now I was going to buy and build and paint a body shell, but I've got to be honest, my painting is a little bit rubbish. So the good thing with Aoshima is that some of their kits, and they are really difficult to find because I don't think they produce them in very high volume, is it's got this colour on the top, which is pre-painted model kit. So this has been pre-painted and you basically glue it together. Now I don't know what it's like. I've had a little look in the box, but I don't know. I haven't taken anything out of the wrap. So we're not going to build it. I will put a link in the description below of a guy that built one of these, and it's a stunning video. It's got loads of views. Have a look at that, because he's going to be doing a much better job with the build video. But let's get the lid off and let's see what you get in the kit. And there we go, that's what you get inside the kit. So you see all the painted parts that we get. So let's get those out to one side, because what we want to have a look at is how well the painted parts are, because some of you are doing amazing jobs. But let's have a look at the other bits just inside. So there's the seats and the floor pan for the inside of the car. Sorry about the rusting. There's the chassis, you'd call that the chassis, which is painted underneath. No detailing inside, but it's got a bit of chrome underneath. Tyres, which we won't need. I can almost hear model builders rolling, like turning in their graves as I show this, and I'm putting bits off to one side that we're not going to use. Brake discs. Quite nice, aren't they? Nice and shiny. You probably wouldn't have them that shiny on a road car. They would be brake discs. They'd be a different, like, darker colour. Other parts there. We've got the exhaust, part of the exhaust. I don't think we're going to use any of this bit. That's the bottom splitter. So whether we need to cut a section out of that just to put it so it's on the front of the car. Probably do, actually. Look, thinking about that. Just thinking about that in my head. Steering wheel. No detail on the steering wheel. Pedal box. No, there isn't. Right, I was just going to see if they'd painted anything on the steering wheel. Door cards. There is a little bit on the pedals, so you can see the centre console painted. Not too well, actually, looking at that. And being a pre-painted kit, you've got coloured indicator and brake lights. There's a bit of grill or a bit of mesh to use as the grill. We've got some little tiny stickers in there as well. More stickers and a little book. Don't know what that's going to tell us. Doesn't tell us a lot because it's all in Japanese. And then the build instruction manuals. Instruction manual, however you want to say that. So should we do that over the white box? That gives us a bit of a background. So this is the body shell. Obviously, this is the main part of the body shell. Blunt scissors. So I haven't opened this. That has got a little mark on, you can see on the film. So let's just have a look, see if that's transferred to the body. No, look at the paintwork on that. I mean, in real life, it's I would say more olive than green. It's coming out on the camera as a green, very green colour, but on the camera, in real life, it's more of an olive green, I would say. And you can see that the windows, it comes out very green like that. You can see that the window surrounds have already been painted. I don't think they've done any body lines. Maybe a little bit. There's maybe a little bit of highlight in the body lines there. That's where the bonnet would sit on. Very, very nicely, very smooth. I don't know if it's been lacquered or whether that's just the top coat. I would think that's been add a lacquer over the top of that. The glass, which I think is everybody's slight nemesis. I've gone away and come back. There we go. Come back with this. Again, I'm going to say, because I've had a few comments saying you're clickbaiting because it's not a build video. This is not a build video, and I will put a link for somebody that can build this a lot better than I can in the description below. So there's the window. It's a bit scratched actually. It's a bit marked. You can see that in the camera. It's a little bit marked there. You can see a bit scratched. I've got some polish which get that out. But what I plan to do is put a bit of tint on that. It might go horrendously wrong. The reason I'm not going to attempt to paint one is because I'm very impatient. So when I build something, I'm very impatient. And like with acrylic paints and things, you need to let them set for about, well, days, some of them, and then you lacquer it, and then you wait another day or 4 days, then you polish it. I'm just a little bit impatient. and I'm really fussy when it comes to things that they've got to be absolutely pristine, and I just don't do things like that justice, and I disappoint myself. Let's put it that way. I disappoint myself, not others. So there's the bonnet. I guess should we get that out as well? Number 6 apparently. Whether that's the paint code. So again, then that would sit on the top. I think it's a pretty good match. It's a bit rough on the body line. Maybe it might need a little bit of just a gentle file on the edges. And they've painted the duct as well, so that's been painted. It does sort of click together. I'd have to say, from what I've seen. But with pre-painted kits, you don't use modelling glue, because what modelling glue does is it fuses the plastic. So what you use on a pre-painted or painted models is actually a type of super glue. But you can get super glues that will not damage like clear plastics and things. That's what this guy uses, and I will put a link, as I said, in the description below. I said that 3 times. He's going to get loads of views, and I'm going to get none. And then that's the rear bumper. So I think these, looking at the way that they've coded this, it's all been like matched. Like my fingers are very big. So that probably does need a little bit of trimming to get that to fit nicely, or you can. Oh no, there you go. It does. I won't damage it. I won't try that again in case I don't damage it any more than I need to. But there's the rear bumper. It does need a little bit. You can see it on the camera actually. It's more difficult to see in real life, but that on the zoom of the camera you can see it's a little bit rough on the edge. Probably need to do something with that. And then we've got some other parts. So I don't know what those bits are. We probably won't use those, but we've got the rear wing. Some other green bits. And then the mirrors over here. So hopefully, as I don't have to paint it, I will actually do this some justice and get it together quite nicely. I will show you it built. Let's do that so you can see the shine of the body. I will show it painted, but I probably won't do a video of me building it because I'm a little bit rubbish. I think that does it for this one. As always, thank you for watching, and come back and see us again soon.